don't think you're stupid. Well, I want you to say that in front of the whole class tomorrow, and maybe I'll give back your camera. So today's the day. The camera thief said all I had to do was tell the whole class he wasn't stupid, and he gave me back my camera. So I stood up, cleared my throat, and said the words. Everyone, I have an announcement to make. Camera thief, whoever you are not stupid. You hear that? All right, Desmond. You are not stupid. All right, Desmond, settle down. I said you are not stupid. Y'all heard him? I'm not stupid. Jamal stood up holding my camera. Jamal, you can talk? Yeah. My parents put me in tutoring so I can learn how to talk. And the first day I was about to speak in class, you. Can someone tell me what these are? Finally, I can show everyone I learned how to talk and I'm not stupid. Jamal? Yes, extension cords. Don't worry, Jamal, I got you. That was my time to shine and you stole it, so I stole your camera. Ooh, look what I got. Brain, give it. I told you this wasn't over. Well, at least I got my camera back. I found the last airbender. My son's birthday was approaching fast, and he had only one request, an Aang Last Airbender action figure. I thought I could just go to the store and buy the toy, but I was wrong. Target didn't have an Aang toy, and that's when my search for the last airbender began. I drove to every store around me and I couldn't find it, so I searched online, and there was one problem. It wouldn't arrive on time for his birthday. I started to panic. I didn't want to disappoint him. Who can help me find Aang? Who? And that's when it hit me. If I wanted to find Aang, all I had to do was find Zuko. So I went on Safari and found someone who was selling a Zuko action figure. I asked them if they knew anyone with an Aang action figure, and they had one, but they said it wasn't for sale. I told them I would trade anything for it, and after some negotiation, I traded my Tesla for it. Subscribe if you think I made a dumb trade. In school, I had no riz. I wasn't that good at sports, but one thing I was known for was my table drumming skills. I was so good, people would ask me to table drum their favorite songs. Thank you, you're kind. But one day, Brayton came to school really tired.
Brayton didn't get no sleep last night, so don't be banging on the desk or Brayton gonna bang on you.
Of course, out of all days, we had a musician visit our school. And I would like to introduce you to Desmond Dennis. Why, he can drum any song on the table. Go ahead, Desmond, show him. I looked quickly at Brayton and saw that he was sleeping, so I started doing what the principal told me to do. While I was taking out my lunch.
Did I tell you I was sleeping?
Listen, Brain got suspended from school for 3 days. But I knew it was far from over. Yo, I hope you put an ice pack on that eye so it doesn't swell up from that punch. The camera thief must be a nice person because he asked if I put ice on my eye after Brayton punched me. The nicest person in our class was Jamal and Zai. Jamal didn't do it, so I started wondering if it was my best friend Zai. So I went to his house and asked him if he stole my camera. Of course not, man. I'm your best friend. I knew he didn't do it. I was just desperate. But how about this? I'll keep an eye on everyone in class to see who's texting you. Now with Zai on the lookout, all I have to do is wait for the camera thief's text. Hey, yo, I want you to get up and punch Brayton in the face. I told Zai to look around, and he said he didn't see anyone on her phone. You have 3 seconds to punch Brayton, or your camera goes into the water. I didn't want to punch Brayton, because all that'll do is make him mad. Please don't make me. Can you just give me back my stupid camera? Well, the stupid camera should stay with me, since you think I'm stupid. What? I don't even know who you are. I don't think you're stupid. Well, I want you to say that in front of the whole class tomorrow, and then maybe, just maybe, I'll give back your camera. Find out what happens next time. So my class was having a Christmas party, and I was helping my teacher. However, when I put the cookies out, my teacher became worried that Brayton and his brother might eat them all. I told him not to worry because Brayton was suspended, but what I didn't know was his suspension was over. My teacher told me to rush into the closet to save the cookies. And while I was in there, I heard everything they did. First, they threw a fit because the cookies were missing. Then they tried to force our teacher to tell them where they were. And when that didn't work, they started acting crazy. I even heard them steal a cookie from another student. I was in that closet, scared for my life, and started peeking out the door to see if I could make a run for it. When I saw they trapped my teacher, I tried to escape, but they caught me and started eating all the cookies. I almost drowned in my hot tub. The weather was nice outside, so I decided to chill in my hot tub. I had a nice cold beverage, I was listening to music, I was living the life. But then my clumsy self dropped my drink and it splashed in my eyes. My eyes were burning so bad, I started flipping out. And then I slipped and the water seemed to drag me under. I fought to stay afloat, but it felt like the tub was trying to bring me down. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I thought it was over for me until I heard a voice. The voice said,
"Just stand up."
I couldn't believe it. God was talking to me. Right when I heard that voice, I was just able to stand up.
Are you alright?
Yes, I am. Wow, God, you sound just like Destiny. Then I heard Destiny chuckling behind me. She was laughing because our hot tub is only 3 feet deep. If you think I can't swim, subscribe. Now you see I don't bluff. The next time you ignore me, your camera's history. The only person I know that uses the word bluff is Brayton.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. I ain't bluffing.
I should've known. He's the camera thief. The jig is up, Brayton. Give me back my camera.
What you talking about, little boy? I don't got your camera.
Stop lying. Or should I say, stop bluffing. Yeah, how about that?
The next time you ask me about that camera, I'm gonna punch you smooth to the ground.
That's my button. Sit down.
This ain't over, egghead.
When I sat down, I got a text. Wow, that was quick. Fine, you got me. If you want your camera back, just ask me for it. I knew it. I went to Brayton and asked for my camera back.
For real? What did I say was gonna happen the next time you ask me about that camera?
I'm confused.
Well, let me help you remember.
What's going on over there?
Desmond's accusing me of stealing his camera, but I didn't.
Somehow, only I got detention. And I got another text. Yo, I hope you put an ice pack on that eye so it doesn't swell up from that punch. The camera thief must be a caring person. Find out what happens next time. I got stranded, so I found my Segway bird in my garage, and I was beyond excited to take it for a spin. I charged it up and set off on my adventure across town. It's been so long since I last rode my Segway, and I was having a time of my life, and I couldn't help but wonder how long the battery will last. As I went further away from home, I saw that the battery was getting lower and lower, but I was determined to see just how far I could go. I kept going, ignoring the warning signs and enjoying the ride. But soon enough, the inevitable happened. The battery died, and I found myself stranded in the middle of nowhere. I tried to carry the Segway, but it was too heavy. I tried to call for help, but my phone was dead too. I was stuck, and I had no choice but to leave my Segway and walk home. Subscribe if you think this experiment was a big mistake. I noticed I was gaining weight from eating all sorts of weird snacks, so I decided to not eat anything for 24 hours. At first, it was easy because I wasn't hungry, but while watching TV, I kept seeing food commercials, and my stomach started growling. To distract myself, I went for a walk in the park, but the smell from a hot dog truck made my stomach growl even more. So I decided to go to the store to buy a face mask to block the smells. On the way, I saw fast food restaurants everywhere. I turned on my Tesla's autopilot and closed my eyes so I couldn't see them. When I got to the store, the first thing I saw was my favorite snacks. My stomach was pounding, like how you should pound the subscribe button. The store was out of face masks and I smelled my favorite snack. I looked on the ground and saw an open bag of Twizzlers and couldn't resist. Comment below and tell me your favorite snack. I followed a rope across town. As I was jogging down the street, I spotted a long rope lying on the ground. I thought it was a little strange, but I decided to follow it and see where it led me. Before I knew it, I was being led on a wild adventure across town. The rope took me through back alleys, over fences, and even through a crowded shopping mall. People were staring at me like I was crazy, but I couldn't stop now. I was too curious to see where this rope was taking me. Finally, after what felt like hours, I arrived at my destination, but it was my house. All of a sudden, the door flew open, and Destiny was standing there holding our new baby daughter. She said Kaylani needed a diaper change and it was my turn. So the next time I'm out for a jog and I spot a long rope, I'll remember to run the other way. So I was just about to eat my green eggs and ham when I suddenly remembered that I forgot to pack sunscreen for Caden. He gets sunburned really easily, so I had to find some shade for him. I tried to take him inside, but they wouldn't let us in because we were wet. Then Caden said he didn't care about sunscreen and ran away from me. I chased after him, but that little chicken nugget was too fast. I thought he might have gone to the beach, so I ran there and started looking for him, but I couldn't find him. Then I realized he probably couldn't resist the ocean, and I don't let him go in alone, so I jumped in to search for him. But I didn't have my goggles and couldn't see anything, so I ran back to the pool to get them, and my skin started burning from the sun. When I got back to the pool, I saw Caden putting on sunscreen. I asked him where he got it, and he said someone let him borrow it. Comment below a time your skin felt like it was burning. So I was checking my calendar to see what time my Fortnite tournament started when I realized that tomorrow was Father's Day. My parents live in a different state than me, so I had no choice but to forget about the tournament and find a gift. First, I decided to make a handmade card to mail to him. I spent an hour drawing pictures, and then I realized that I wasn't in 3rd grade anymore. I needed a gift that would really show my dad how much I appreciated him. So I ran to Home Depot and walked around to see if I could find anything. Then all of a sudden, it hit me. When I was a kid, I used to borrow my dad's tools and forget to put them back. I lost hundreds of dollars worth of his tools, so I decided to buy him some new ones. I ran to UPS to mail the gift, but they were closed already, so I had no choice but to attach the tools to my drone and fly it there. Comment below what gift you got your dad. So I was eating my peanut butter and chicken lunch when I saw my son playing with Brayton. I didn't want my son hanging out with the guy who bullied me in middle school, so I went out there to stop it. Brayton, what you doing with my son?
I miss my brother Lathan, and he reminds me of him.
Caden, go inside.
Caden isn't going anywhere, right, Caden?
Caden and I were both scared of Brayton, so we had no choice but to do what he said. First, he wanted to play volleyball in the blazing heat. Then he wanted to work out in the heat. After he got hot, he wanted to go swimming in my pool. Then he wanted to get ice cream, but took mine after he already ate his. Just when I thought the day was over, he wanted to go on the biggest Ferris wheel in town. Caden and I are afraid of heights, so we snuck away when he wasn't looking.
I know where y'all live. Wait till the next time I see y'all.
Comment below what you think we should have done. So I was just eating my potato and jelly snack when I suddenly heard loud rain inside my house. I followed the noise to my studio and saw water coming in from the window. I had tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment in there, so I needed to stop the water fast. First, I checked the window to make sure it was completely shut, and it was. Then I tried using a bunch of towels to stop the water, but it kept coming through. The water was getting close to my equipment, so I had to move everything out. Once I was done, I heard rain coming from upstairs. I ran as fast as I could to where the noise was coming from and saw water dripping from my bedroom window. I ran downstairs to grab some towels, but I had used them all downstairs, so I had no choice but to call 911. But they said all of Miami was flooding and there was nothing they could do to help me. Comment below a time you had to deal with a natural disaster. Are you one of the people that feel like jobs expect too much from their employees? Well, so am I. I wanted to buy an airplane, so I got a job at a call center to make some extra money. I've gotten fired from every job I've ever had, so I told myself I'd turn over a new leaf and take this one seriously. Until one day, I'm talking to a coworker. Hey man, this job is light work, and they're paying us $18 an hour to do this? 18? No, you must have heard wrong. We make $8 an hour. $8? What am I gonna do with that? Man, I went back to my old ways. I started coming to work late every day, eating food on the phone while talking to customers, taking long bathroom breaks every 30 minutes just to text on my phone. I even told customers we don't carry products that we actually had in stock. Everything was smooth sailing until my boss caught me taking a nap in my car while on the job. He let me continue sleeping, and I woke up 6 hours later to a note on my window that read, "You're fired. Comment if you think I'll qualify for unemployment."